Larson on the drive. Here's Umar Ballo. And Tubelis, the leading scorer and rebounder in the Pac-12. Good play by Tubelis, getting the deflection. Here he is in the other end with the exclamation point on a fabulous first half. Oh, Tubelis with the catch and finish. What a great pass by Ramey. And Tubelis has a new career high at 33 points. Tubelis down low, scores again. It'll be his 5th chance. A free throw would make it a 40-point night for Ąžuolas Tubelis.
That was a special performance to witness as you take a look at just how special that 40-point game was for the Lithuanian locomotive a couple of nights ago. Most points by a Pac-12 player in a conference game since Noah Williams had 40 against Stanford in 2021. But that was a triple overtime game, mind you. Put an asterisk on that. Tied for the second most points ever scored at McHale. Most was 41 by Al Fleming back in 1976. We could go on and on and on, but here's what his head coach Tommy Lloyd had to say about his performance.
Lithuanian, lefty, min a few words, I mean, there's definitely some similarities, but I don't think it's fair at this point to compare Zoo just because it's, you look at Domus in the NBA and he's an all-star. And I definitely know in my mind Zoo's an NBA player. I mean, I've coached enough of him. He is an NBA player. I mean, the way he moves and runs and just the effortlessness he can play with, at a high level is pretty special. So, but there are a lot of similar, just hard to guard left-handed guys. And, Domus is probably a little more physical and more of a rebounding force. And Zoo's probably a better runner and things of that nature.
And he was referencing Domantas Sabonis, who is a Lithuanian player who Tommy Lloyd is very familiar with. Yes. And is an incredible player. So first of all, the comp, do you see it?
Yes, but it's not fair right now. Okay. As Tommy Lloyd said, you're talking about an NBA All-Star that's in his, I think, 7th or 8th season in the league versus Ąžuolas Tubelis, who's still finishing up college. Now, you can see it there, but if you're looking at the NBA for Tubelis, he's got to develop the outside shot or show more of that. Right now, for what Arizona needs to be successful, yes, continue to punish these teams in the paint. His shot chart against Oregon, he went 16 of 21. Ashley, there was not a shot further than the free throw line. No problem. If you can get it by the rim, get it by the rim. I just don't know if those looks will be as available at the next level for him. And you have to be able to stretch the floor in the NBA, especially at his position, probably playing that 4. If teams want to go small and have him at the 5, well, you've got to be in pick and pop action in that pick and roll that so many teams run. With all that being said, the young man's going to work his tail off. He's got every other part of his game there, and we've seen players go into the NBA and develop a shot. You look at Giannis, even he developed a shot. I think Tubelis has much better fundamentals, so it's there, but I don't think it's fair to say he is like Domantas Sabonis because he's missing a key piece of his game.
All right, well, when you talk about key pieces of the game, he's the runaway for Pac-12 Player of the Year, but are we talking enough about him in terms of National Player of the Year? The other 2 front runners, Zach Edey at Purdue, obviously having an unbelievable season. Drew Timme. You look at those numbers, and I mean, Tubelis again leads the Pac-12 in scoring and rebounding. Coming off a 40-point game, it seems like he just keeps getting better and better and better and better. But what's your beef? Presented by Old Trapper. Is your beef the fact that he's not getting enough love nationally? I mean, we're talking about him a lot.
It is my beef because you're a top 5 team in the nation.
Yeah.
And as we said, there's the opportunity for them to move up further. You're dominating the conference. And so you look at the level of competition that he's playing against compared to a Timme. And yes, Gonzaga, they do a great job of scheduling tough non-conference opponents. But when you get to WCC conference play, those teams are not at the caliber of the Pac-12. And so for Tubelis to put up the numbers that he's doing against better competition throughout the season, that to me is more impressive. But you only have so many forwards you can put on that first-team All-American. And for Tubelis, I think, again, you look at the West and the issues that come with that. We need to be talking about him. I would be shocked if he's not a first-team All-American at the end of the season when it's all said and done. When you look at his effectiveness and the fact now that I think he's got some opportunities to put up some more monster games. So, yes, pad those stats, start the campaign, put the billboard in Tucson for crying out loud.
You know what? You heard the man. You heard the man. I love it.